We are hearing Upadesamrita. Yesterday we finished 5th verse, commentary by Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, but the song is still there, written by Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur in relation to this verse. Hari hai sanga do shunya dikshita jodi tabanam gai manase ador koribo tahare jani nijo jon tai. O Lord, if those who are free from bad association, be they initiated or yet to be initiated, sing your name, I will honor them within my heart. It means they have faith. They are chanting, but not yet initiated. So I will honor them within my heart, knowing them to be your own. Dikshita hoya bhoje tua pada tahare pranati kori ananya bhajane bigya jai jon tahare sebibo hori. I will offer obeisance to anyone who has been initiated and serves your feet. And I will serve anyone who is expert in unalloyed devotion, O Lord. So this is important here. Dikshita hoya bhoje tua pada. Someone may be initiated, but due to bad association or some karma influence, he is not engaged in the service of Krishna. So then, in that case, it is not the same. Before, in ancient time, there was more qualification necessary for one to get Diksha. It was not so easy to get. Nowadays, because Kali Yuga is there and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is more liberal, more merciful, so anyone who has faith, he can get initiation and he's ready to follow rules and regulations. And our Gurudev wrote in one article and said also in Harikatha that sometimes someone may have faith and he's in good association and he's inspired to worship Krishna. So Guru will give him initiation, knowing fully well that force of good thought may not be permanent. But they still give this because how much he will be engaged in the service of Krishna during that period, that will never go in vain. It will not be lost. So sometimes it is seen that due to bad impressions, bad samskaras, someone may deviate from the practice. But how much he did in devotion, that is not lost. So when that bad period will exhaust and again good period will come and he will get sadhu sangha, then he will again take up practice and he will continue from where he left, not totally from beginning. So sometimes you can see this in this world, there are different levels of those who are initiated, not all are same. Someone did bhajan in previous life also, and he's on certain level. So in this life, when he will be initiated, you will see quick progress and from some level already, but in some it will be very unstable. he will do for some time, then give up, again do, or maybe next life, like this. So there are differences. Also in that in Raga Mark, in Raga Vartma Chandrika, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur told that someone was already practicing in previous life. So in this life already he has greed, even before meeting Guru. And Guru will detect that and he will engage him. But for some, it will happen after taking shelter of Guru. They will get that. So here also it is same. Qualification for bhakti is faith. Qualification for Raga Bhakti is that greed, strong desire to serve Krishna. Not everyone has that, but they may have faith, so they can start. But it is not the same. Like you can see in Jaiva Dharma, Vijay Kumar and Braja, they took Shiksha, means they got teaching from Raghunath Das Babaji. Then they were practicing, then the time for their initiation came, and Babaji Maharaj gave them Diksha. And immediately on that same day, they got darshan of Gaur Nityananda. There was one feast there after their Diksha, so there Gaur Nityananda appeared. And all Vaishnavas they could see, and they ascertained these two surely got the grace of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu today. That is why we can have this darshan also. So it is not same for all. All are initiated, so it is same. No, it is not same. At the time of initiation, it is not same. It depends on their background and also how quickly one will progress and from where, it is also not same. And though all may be disciples of same Guru, but they are not all of same caliber. And Guru will accept, give opportunity to all who have faith, but that does not mean that all are equally advanced in devotion. You will find one Guru may have pure devotee disciples during his time, like Shamananda, or they have pure devotee disciples. And in the group of Sanguru, you can see pure devotee disciples. Some are trying and some are very problematic also, very unstable and not following rules and regulations like this. Still they are disciple because Guru is merciful. So they are trying as much as possible for them at that time. That is why one cannot be judged merely by whether he is initiated or not, or it cannot be judged how much advanced one is, how long ago he took initiation. Like someone maybe took initiation 30 years back, but he may not be as advanced in devotion as someone who took 2 years ago, because background is different and intensity of sadhana. So this is not merely by this you cannot know. Also merely by which Guru one is initiated also does not tell about the advancement of he's a disciple of Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Thakur, or he's a disciple of Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj. That does not necessarily mean that he must be pure devotee or fully advanced or like this. No. They are merciful, they are giving opportunity of service, But how much one surrendered, that is determining. When I got Diksha also, Gurudev told me, merely by saying I have connection with such and such Guru, like maybe famous Guru, or saying I got initiation from such Guru, he said you will not get any benefit from this. Also, you will not get any benefit by saying I had so much association with that Guru, like I was 10 years with him or 20 years or like this. That also does not necessarily mean that you are advanced or that this has some value. Guru said how much you will surrender to Guru. Surrendering to him, that means how much you are following his instructions, that much you will get benefit. Not only by speaking that. Then he gave example. Dhruva Maharaj, he saw his Gurudev only once in his life. Only once. And that for maybe 15 minutes. When Narad came, then he tested him, then he initiated him and gave him instruction. Only once in life. And for a short period. But Dhruva got darshan of Supreme Lord in 6 months. He got perfection. Why? Because he totally followed all the instructions of his Guru. So Gurudev told, this is what is important, how much one surrendered to one's Guru by following his instruction, that much he will get eternal benefit, not by other things. So, and Dhruva, he could accept the teaching of his mother, not to blame anyone for suffering. And Narad also repeated same point to him, and Dhruva accepted that. We are also hearing same instruction, but not accepting, not following. Then how we can get same result? Dhruva is initiated, I am initiated. Dhruva is accepting the teaching and following, I am not. So how I can then blame Supreme Lord? You blessed Dhruva, but you did not give me darshan. The difference is this: he is following, I am not. That is the main importance. Gurudev wanted to tell me. It's the main important to follow the instruction of Guru. Otherwise, what is the use? Like reading Gita, but not accepting the teaching of Gita. Then what is the use? And Gurudev, not always, but sometimes, he said, why Dhruva could immediately accept from mother and also from Narad Goswami? Gurudev said, because already before Dhruva was a devotee, he practiced many lives. That is why now, immediately at the time of getting instruction from mother and also at the time of initiation from Narad Goswami, he immediately could accept because that background was there. So in 6 months he got darshan. Gurudev intentionally did not always say this so as not to make this topic like taken lightly. Well, okay, it was possible for Dhruva, but for me it is impossible. But the point is, Gurudev wanted to say we have to practice this, we have to try this. Like Dhruva, he accepted, so we also have to try. But if we, on that excuse, oh, yes, it was possible for him, already was Dhruva, but it's not possible for me, so I have nothing to do with that, and no. So intentionally Gurudev did not say. always. Sometimes, he said. But it is very important. This example we have to follow, that Dhruva accepted the teaching. Sarva bhute samaje bhakter moti, tahar darshane moni. Tahar darshane, I cannot say it is moni or money because the transcript is not it is not in diacritics and there is no Bengali letters, so I don't know. Tahar darshane mani. Apanake dhanya se sangapaya charitartha hoilu jani. I will consider myself fortunate to meet a devotee who is equally disposed towards all beings. Attaining their association, I will consider myself successful. Equally disposed, Samadarshan, like Prahlad, not seeing enemies and friends based on bodily conception. They are my family, they are friends. They are another family, they are enemies. They are my country, they are another country, so enemies, friends. No, a real devotee does not have such perception. He sees all are coming from Supreme Lord. There is no enemy. But Hiranyakashipu had that vision. Vishnu killed my brother, so he's my enemy. Prahlad Maharaj tried to explain to Hiranyakashipu to give up this demoniac vision, but Hiranyakashipu couldn't. Our Parangurudev also said in that English lecture in India about how unity among different religions can be had. He explained there that the task of all religions should be to show this to the people, to make them understand, to give them that realization that all are coming from same source. Then automatically fighting will stop. But as long as it is my religion, my God, your God, my country, your country, all based on bodily something, material duality, then fighting is inevitable. At least, Parangurudev said, tolerance should be there of different religions, different ways of progress according to their eligibility. So tolerance is necessary. Otherwise, always will be fighting. And actual fighting will be stopped when someone can see this, how it is in reality. No one is your enemy. All are your relatives. And no one is guilty of your suffering. You are getting the suffering which is deserved by you according to your previous actions. So there is no hostile mentality or fighting with someone whom I think he is giving me suffering. But this vision we can hear, but to get this vision we need to practice and get grace of Krishna. He can only open us this vision, then it is possible. So such devotee who can see like that is you are very fortunate if you can meet. Attaining their association, I will consider myself successful. Nishkapata Vaishnavero prati ei dharma kove pabo, kove e sangsar sindhu par hoye, tava braja pure jabo. When will I attain this sincere disposition towards your devotees? When will I cross over this ocean of material existence and enter your abode of Braja? Means when we will have such due respect to devotees of Krishna, then we can cross over this Maya and we can have eligibility to enter into Braja. Otherwise, with offenses or with some other desires, disrespect, or disrespecting others, wanting respect for myself, mundane respect, you cannot enter Vrindavan. In Vrindavan, only those who are ready to serve Krishna and his devotees, they only can enter, no any enjoyer. Sometimes some beginners, they think, I want to go to Goloka Vrindavan, I will play with Krishna, cowherd boys, cows, very nice. But thinking in mundane way. Here is so much suffering, so let me go to Goloka. There is no suffering, only enjoying. That is not like that. You have to be ready to serve. And ready to serve means not have any other desires. No enjoyer can enter there. No enjoying spirit, nothing. Totally free and exclusive desire to serve Krishna. Even renunciants cannot enter there. That brahmachari, he was following celibacy. He was only drinking milk, fully renounced. But Mahaprabhu said he has no eligibility to enter kirtan or rasa stali. There only devotees are allowed. Those who have surrendered to Krishna and they want to serve him, no one else. Vrindavan is not a place of enjoyment, selfish enjoyment. For this world is made. In Vrindavan, only Krishna is the only enjoyer. All others are enjoyed by him. All are serving him. By imagination also you cannot enter there. I will think, mentally I will think, I am this manjari, I am this, or I am cowherd boy. Mentally I will think, I cannot enter in Vrindavan with that. Only with real transcendental spiritual forum, which is the same as service attitude. Transcendental service attitude, only that, with that you can enter Vrindavan. That one devotee came to our Gurudev and said, you give me my Swarup, my Siddha Deho. And Guru said, when this is not intellectual knowledge, when you will surrender, then that knowledge will descend, then you can see. Again he was pressing. Then Guru said, when you will want that Siddha Deho, you will get it. And Gurudev, by his realized position, he made him understand that what he was wanting is not the same as what is Siddha Deho. He could understand. He wanted to know for some other purposes, not for the sake of service of Krishna. When you will want the service of Krishna in Vrindavan, you will get it. But we are not wanting. So realize the soul, they can make us understand what is what. What we are imagining, what we are thinking, what we are desiring in the name of devotion to Krishna, and what is actual devotion to Krishna. There are certain symptoms of someone who got Siddha Deho. He has certain symptoms. You cannot claim. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur, he wrote one song, Prakrita Rasa Shatadushani, like Madhvacharya wrote, Mayavada Shatadushani, 100 defects in Mayavad philosophy. Like that, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur wrote one song showing 100 defects in conceptions of Prakrita Sahajas. They are clearly written. what they are thinking and what is reality. So one who realized Siddhadeho, there are certain symptoms observed there. It's not by imagination you can think. Next verse 6. Drishtai svabhava janiter vapushascha dosher na prakritatam iha bhakta janasya pashyet. Gangamba samna kalu bud buddha phena pankair brahma dravatam apagachati niradharme. Do not consider devotees in this world mundane because of faults in their nature and body. The water of the Ganges never loses its spiritual nature because of bubbles, foam and mud, which are natural in water. These bubbles, foam and mud, they are considered in Vedic as something impure. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, first he's giving song. Nira dharma gata pena pankadi samyukta ganga jol brahmata hoite nohe chuta. Ganges water does not lose its spiritual nature because it contains foam, mud and so on, which are natural in water. Sei rup shuddha bhakta joro deho goto sabha vapur doshe na hoy prakrito. Similarly, pure devotees are not mundane because of faults within their nature and form that are natural in the material body. Otoeb dekhya bhakter kadakar svabhavaja varna karkashadi dosh ar. Prakrita bolia bhakte kobuna nindive shuddha bhakti dekhi tare sarvada bandive. Therefore, upon seeing the faults produced by a devotee's nature or class, such as ugliness or roughness, never consider a devotee mundane and criticize them. Rather, see their pure devotion and always revere them. Then prose by Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. One should not consider pure devotees to be mundane after seeing faults within them. This is what is being taught in the 6th verse. There is no possibility of pure devotees keeping bad association or making offenses to the name. They may, however, have some bodily or innate faults. Bodily faults include being ugly, diseased, deformed, or unsightly because of disease or other causes. Innate faults include being low class, like Shudra, born in Shudra family, rough, lazy, and so on. So laziness is also, but we should not take excuse. I'm lazy, but you are not pure devotee. That is the thing. As Ganges water does not lose its nature of being liquid spirit because of mud, bubbles and foam, which are natural in water, so self-realized Vaishnavas are not contaminated by any mundane fault resulting from their birth or the inherent transformations of the material body. Therefore, if persons practicing devotion consider pure Vaishnavas condemnable because they see such faults within them, then they become offenders of the name. So it is possible that someone may be fully surrendered to Krishna from Atma, and he is pure devotee, and his body is also transformed now, is spiritualized, he's using, but still you can observe some faults, like mentioned here, in character and in bodily features. But that does not stop their devotion, or that does not make them impure or faulty in any way. They are faultless in the sense that whatever they are doing, it is for the satisfaction of Krishna. That is the only thing they are doing, only serving Krishna, and that is beneficial for all. By serving at the root of tree, whole tree is nourished. So in that sense, devotee has no any fault, no any mistake, because all his actions are perfectly beneficial for everyone. So if one observes some of these bodily faults, he was born in Shudra, he was born as Shudra, and he thinks that is his fault, or I am better, I am Brahmin, then he will commit offense to the name. Why? Because he is committing offense to Vaishnava, not understanding the glory of Vaishnava. Or someone may see that Vaishnava does not know proper English grammar, so it's a fault. He cannot be so perfect as you are saying. Perfection is not measured by that. Perfection is measured whether he is fully engaged in the service of Krishna or not all the time. And other faults have no importance if they are some mundane things, and should not obstruct our respect to him. Otherwise we will be the loser. There is also in Shastra one example, one sadhu, he was crippled and someone laughing at him, so they got bad result. They could not detect what is his inner thinking and action. Only some external things they were observing. Then they offended. And that is offense to Krishna. Krishna will be displeased if we offend his devotees. Also here, same applies, like someone thinking, oh, she's a woman, that is low birth. But if there is some woman, pure devotee, and if you think that is a woman, only woman, and you are committing offense to Vaishnava, you will not be able to advance. Making such discrimination or animal or anyone, whoever is pure devotee, one should not criticize him or disrespect him because of these seeming outward faults. But we heard before that how one can recognize whether Guru is realized or not. He will not come under the influence of anger, lust, greed like this. But here we see he may be rough or angry, but that is not same thing. Guru, bona fide Guru, does not come under the influence of anger. He is not controlled by anger, which originates from unfulfilled desires. That type of anger is not present in him, and he is not under control of that. So here also, this is only his nature, not his bad action. So one has to consider all factors. Then Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur also giving first song in Bengali. Shuddha Krishna Bhakta tar svabhavik dosh. Ar tar deho doshe na kori horosh. Do not become angry with pure devotees of Krishna because of faults within their nature or body. Prakrita darshane dosh jodi drishto hoy, darshanete apara janibe nishchoy. If with material vision such faults are seen, then know for certain that there is offense within such vision. Hin odhikari hoye mahater dosh, Siddha bhaktehin gyane na pabe santosh. If someone of lower qualification sees faults within a higher devotee, they never find satisfaction in having a lower conception of that realized devotee. We are singing that song. Sakale samman korite shakati dehonata jata jata tobe to gaibo harinama suke aparada hobe khata. Oh Gurudev, give me that strength that I can give due respect to all as per their position. Then only it will be possible that I can chant Harinam with bliss, because all my offenses will be removed, destroyed. So if I am not finding satisfaction in chanting, but I feel it as a burden or suffering, it proves the presence of offenses and other desires, that avidya is there. So that has to be cleared, purified, removed by taking Harinam with sincerity, with faith, as a medicine. You cannot expect that you will get immediately transcendental taste, because now you are diseased. So you have to remove that disease by taking the medicine. Medicine is not always according to your liking, like according to your taste, but it is beneficial. So based on that knowledge that it is beneficial, you have to take it, not based on taste or liking. So now in this stage, we have to do it as a duty, whether we like it or not, whether we are happy or not, we have to take as a duty or as a medicine to become cured. Brahma Drava Gango Daka Pravahe Jokon Bud Buddha Pena Panka Joler Milon Onyo Jol Ganga Lobe Hei Kobu Noy Tadrup Bhakter Mala Kobu Nahi No Tadrup Bhakter Mol Kobu Nahi Roy. Mol means dirt. When water containing bubbles, foam, and mud enters a stream of Ganges, water, which is liquid spirit, the Ganges is never contaminated by mixing with the other water. Similarly, yes, a devotee is never contaminated. That devotee who is pure devotee, fully surrendered, only serving Krishna for his satisfaction all the time. There is no fault in him. If any fault you observe, then you will commit offense. Because whatever fault from mundane, like this vision and this what is related to calculation of this world. He does not know language, he's ugly, he's born a Shudra, all these qualities. If you think that is obstructing or that is blocking his perfection, then you are offender. He's faultless in his action and benefiting all. He's transcendental always. Like Ganga, though we see these things, foam, bubbles, which are considered impure according to Vedic, and mud, still Ganga is transcendental liquid, and if you take bath, you will be purified. Like that, if you get darshan of such devotee and follow his instruction, you will be purified in spite of some seeming fault. Pure devotee, Ganges, and also pure devotee, they are never contaminated. This we have to understand clearly. Sadhu dosh drashta jai Krishna agya teji, garve bhakti brashta hoya more ado moji. Those who see faults within sadhus, disregard Krishna's instructions, out of pride, deviate from devotion, fall down, and die. Even you can die also if you commit offense to Vaishnava. Many died there when Shiva was offended. It is very dangerous. So you will, if you have that pride, false pride, mundane pride, and you criticize devotee, you try to see fault in pure devotee, then you will not get devotion. You will deviate, you will fall down, you will die. Or you will never realize your real self. So you will only this body and you will die, born, die, born. But aparat is greater problem than just dying. Aparat is harming your soul. Something may harm your body, you will die, again you will be born, you will get new body, like that is not so much problem. But to have aparat, that is more problematic. You cannot come out from material existence, you cannot attain Krishna. Then, prose by Srila Bhakti-Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, we should not look at a devotee with mundane vision, just because there are faults within a devotee's nature and body. Although bubbles, foam and mud mix with the water of the Ganges, the water of the Ganges does not lose its nature as liquid spirit under the effect of water's nature. Similarly, we should not think a devotee lacks devotion because we see mundane faults in them with our mundane vision. Like he is a Shudra, so how he can be devotee? I'm Brahmin. That will be offense. So this kind of offenses were happening. That is why Srila Bhakti-Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur had to make people understand. Srila Bhakti-Siddhanta Thakur already started. Those who were Brahmins, they were attacking Vaishnavas. You are of low birth. They were committing offense to Vaishnavas. So Bhakti-Siddhanta Thakur explained, and Srila Bhakti-Siddhanta Thakur practically applied that which Jiva Goswami already told before, that Vaishnava is superior to Brahmin and he can do all Brahminical duties also. That is why Prabhupada, those who were Vaishnavas, he also gave them this Brahmin thread so that others will not disrespect them. It will be detrimental for them. According to Shastra, they can have. And those who are initiated and they got Brahmin thread, they should also not think that we are something low because of birth. So such offenses are there because of not understanding the Shastra and having realization of the true nature of devotee and devotion. Of course, pure devotee has no any fault. That does not mean that any kind of devotee on any level has no fault. They may have, and Bhaktivinoda Thakur also explained for sadhak devotees what kind of fault they may have. But even those faults, if someone criticizes with improper motive for some self-aggrandizement or out of grudge or any improper motive, that will also be considered as offense to Vaishnava. But if Guru has good intention, noble motive behind in pointing out the fault of some sadhaka in order to help him, in order to help others understand, or for the benefit of the world like this, with that noble motive, that will not be considered as an offense. Here, Prabhupada is giving this point. Api chet suduracharo bhajate mam ananya bhak sadur eva samantavya sambhyak vyabhasito hisa. Kipram bhavati dharmatma shashvat chantim nigachati kaunteya pratijani hiname bhakta pranashati. That is from Bhagavad Gita. If even a very sinful person serves me exclusively with devotion, he should be regarded as saintly, for his resolve is perfect. His decision, what he wants, is perfect. He swiftly becomes a person of virtuous practices and attains constant peace. O son of Kunti, declare to the world that my devotee is never vanquished. So here, if someone has exclusive one-pointed devotion to Krishna, Ananya Bhak, he is not worshipping any demigods, he is not doing any karma, gyan, yoga, but he's only worshipping Krishna. But due to previous bad impressions, sometimes he may do something wrong, some sinful act or something, but inside his heart he will regret, I did this, it is wrong. He will not support that. He will regret and he will pray to Krishna to forgive, and he will go on worshipping Krishna. So because of his right resolution, right determination, right target, all these faults one should not criticize with wrong motive. Otherwise Krishna will be displeased. It will be offense. Here Krishna says, very quickly, because of worshipping me, he will become dharmatma, fully dharmic, because of worship, and he will get eternal bliss or eternal peace. Shashvat chanti nigachati. You declare, Arjuna, that my devotee will never be destroyed. I am protecting my devotee. Then one may ask, or Arjuna also asks, Krishna, why you are not telling this? Then Krishna said, because this is very important point. So I don't want any risk, because I am known that sometimes I have to break promise also. But you are Pandavas, you are always truthful, you never break your promise. So you declare it, then it will be more firm. Krishna, but also when Krishna broke his promise, it was not out of weakness or something. It was for showing his partiality to devotees, his affection for devotees. Bhishma vowed, first Krishna vowed, I will not take any weapon in this Kurukshetra war. I will be neutral. Someone may take my army or someone may take my guidance. So Duryodhana took army on his desire. That was his calculation. Arjuna took guidance of Krishna. And Krishna said, I will never take any weapon. But Bhishma also promised. He made that vow, I will make Krishna take weapon. So in order to fulfill the desire of his devotee, Krishna took weapon when Arjuna was so much attacked. So sometimes Krishna outwardly breaks promise, but people don't understand why he broke. That is not actually something bad. But Pandavas are known as dharmic. They will never break their promise. So Krishna said, Arjuna, this is very important point. I want to tell to all the people. So you go and declare that you promise, pratigya, you promise with this oath that my devotee will not, Krishna says, my devotee will not be destroyed. So much affection Krishna has for those who are trying to serve him. So how much he is displeased if we try to harm devotee. Tomorrow we will further hear this commentary on 6th verse.